Gate 14 podcast, and you're probably saying, why are you guys recording on a Wednesday when there's a game tomorrow? That's because Avery is going across the country. Avery is going to Michigan, the city that never sleeps. He will be gone, so we don't know if we'll have a Wi-Fi connection. So we're recording tonight, so we will be saying our prediction for tomorrow's game at the end of the podcast. So we're either going to get dunked on or we're going to look like fucking geniuses. Avery, what's up, brother? Let me give you a little background on your trip here for the people.
Yeah, so going to northern Michigan, and Michigan's not a city, so the city that never sleeps. You were thinking of Detroit, probably.
Yes.
That's not where we're going. We're going.
Where are you going?
Like Boyne, or we're going to Gaylord, Michigan. That's where we're staying in. All-time name for a town, kind of rocks. So it's like 10 of my middle school buddies that I'm still good friends with go on a golf trip, and then my brother and one of my buddies' brothers as well. So just an awesome trip of guys I've grown up with forever. We kind of do a golf trip every year. It was usually Labor Day weekend. We'd go Mont Tremblant, Quebec, but now we decided to go across the border and do this one. But going to the Tigers Twins game tomorrow.
Text Loops?
Yeah, hopefully I don't have Loop's number.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Is the game at 1?
Yeah, game's at 1. So same as the Jays game. I'll be following both. But Jordan Balazovic, my buddy I grew up with, he's playing for the Twins, so I get to see him tomorrow. I haven't seen him forever, so looking forward to that. But Blue Jays baseball, the game I'm going to miss, they're going to score 100 runs tomorrow.
Well, it's Noah Syndergaard pitching, I think. I don't know if someone lied to me in the chat that we were just on in the stream, but I'm pretty sure it's Syndergaard pitching. So if they don't just put up 1,000 spot against this bum who was borderline going to get DFA'd actually a couple of weeks ago, I'm pretty sure. I thought that's what they thought was going to happen. Is it
Noah Syndergaard combined ERA of 13 runs?
Noah Syndergaard versus Manoah? Oh, that might be a good one tomorrow, folks.
I'm pretty sure they're both coming off good outings as well.
Yeah.
But no, that's it for me. Exciting week. Sunday I'll be in Michigan again, but I'll have the Wi-Fi situation figured out by then. Didn't want to mess this one up for the people.
Yeah, exactly. So before we start this, happy birthday, Curtis. My guy's birthday Friday. I wanted to say that because I'll be celebrating that, so there's no Friday beer stream. Sorry, folks. But speaking about beers, big announcement. This is a big development for Gate 14 Nation. We've been talking about it. We've been getting millions of DMs about it. When's bar night? Friday, September 8th, Taco. Gate 14 bar night, 150 capacity. We'll be putting the tickets on the website tomorrow. So if you're listening to this now, I guess technically, get them quick. You have to be 19 plus, obviously, to get into this place. We're going to be getting after it. I don't know what's going to happen after 11:30, but they told me there's a karaoke machine there. Hey, I don't know. If we're firing karaoke with the listeners, I wouldn't say no to that. But Taco, Friday, September 8th, book it. It's going to go really quick. I will say this. It is going to go really quick. I already have when I put that tweet up, it got crazy interaction. People are excited for it. It's going to be after the game. So the Jays are facing the Royals on the Friday at 7 to around 9:30, 9:40, whenever a baseball game ends. Bar night starts at 10. Galaxy Brain Johnny was dialed in on that one. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the people to be there. Me and Avery will be in attendance. I'm hoping Judah can bring those Kikuchi flags because there's like a picture phone booth wall where you can take pictures with people. So we'll be taking pictures with the listeners there. Yeah, Taco. I'm excited for it, man. It's a long time coming. I'm excited to see all your beautiful faces out there. I know a lot of people are going to be buying me and you drinks. There's going to have to be a cap at it. At some point, we're going to have to say no to someone.
I might be on a shot limit as well. Like, because either you're doing drinks.
That's a good point.
We can't be the two drunkest people there. That
might happen anyway.
We can be 3 and 4, but we probably can't be 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to get Alto very drunk that night. But yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Whenever we do these types of things, I always think no one's gonna show up. It's just
crazy. Yeah.
It's just how I am. I'm like, why would anyone want to do this? But this is the one where I think it'll be fun. Like, even if you're just going out, who cares? I'm sure you're gonna recruit a crew.
I already got a decent crew.
Good ratio.
Alto's recruiting the females as we speak.
Yeah,
so
there
will be a decent amount of females there. But I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited to see the people. Obviously, I wanted to hammer this out close to when the summer is going to be over. September's it's going to be right around there. So wear something tight, like they say in Project Deck. Wear something tight. But yeah, that was the big news for this episode. Obviously, I'm assuming Davis Schneider will be hopping on next week as well, and Swanee. I still have to figure that out with Swanee. He keeps texting me about it, so I'll get him on at some point.
So you're big leaguing Swanee right now.
No. I told him I wanted to like spread it out between the Gibbons interview. I don't want to fucking get sloppy seconds, you know. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, you need more things to happen to him.
And another thing I want to talk about, I was tweeting about this the other day. Uncrustables, like I want to have sex with an Uncrustable. Those things go
rank the Uncrustables you want to have sex with.
Strawberry jam. Obviously, peanut butter and jam is just chef's kiss, the greatest one. Then the chocolate one, and then the grape one, right? There's a grape one. I haven't had the grape one in a long time, but I know that one's like the bottom tier, right? Do you agree with that take?
No, I do like the grape one. The chocolate one, I've never had before.
It's mediocre. I did have.
So then I'd probably put chocolate last
home.
For me.
I did eat 4 of them on the drive home.
And what I don't like about the Uncrustables is that you have to keep them frozen.
Yes.
Or you just don't keep them frozen. You just muck them really quick, and that's another bad thing too. But
do you like the frozen one? Like, are you a big frozen guy?
No, I don't. I'd rather them not be frozen. They suck when they're frozen. You have to wait for them to thaw. That's not how I'd like to eat my food. I want my food now. I would like it quick. But where did you go to get these Uncrustables? They're just readily available now.
Yes, everywhere. Walmart, everywhere.
Okay, yeah, I don't do too much grocery shopping right now, so I need to get on that. Nice little snack. Uncrustables fucking rock. It's like the perfect golf course snack, I think.
They are, and they're the perfect snack where, for example, when next week when we're going to Cincy, you just buy 3 of those things, and you could just rip it all the way straight to Cincy.
No, the problem with you is you'll eat 3 Uncrustables, and that'll be your food for the day, and then we'll get fucked up at night and. Like, yeah, I haven't eaten anything all day.
I will say, I'm going to get ahead of this for the Cincy vlog. You thought I was drunk in Detroit. When I go out with Curtis and Alto, it's scary. That vlog is going to be a shaky one, folks. So stay tuned for that. That's Cincy vlog.
The vlog's going to have to be what happens on the trip because you're just going to get that drunk that you just maybe won't remember. Tin Roof, though, Cincinnati. One of my favorite places on earth that I've been.
Oh,
there's a great bar layout.
Bar.
Just a bunch of people from the Midwest who like to get fucked up. That was awesome. And across the street from the Tin Roof is where I met the Reds pitching coach and farm director. And I was way too drunk talking to them. And I regret what I say, but I don't remember what I said. So sorry to them.
Yeah, you hate to see it. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Just another thing around Gate 14 news is I'm getting passed around like a cheap hooker on Toronto Sports Radio. So I did TSN 1050 this morning with my guys, Aaron Korolnik and Carlo Koyakovo, legends. I used to intern for them, obviously. Everyone knows that. And then I got another text. I don't know how these people get my number. I don't know. Maybe it's passed around the Sportsnet office. Can you come on the show tomorrow night at 8:30 or 8 o'clock? Johnny Radio says 100% yes. I get another text again from a DM. So it's normal. Can you come on TSN 690 tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.?
Montreal.
Sure. Yeah, I'll come on the Montreal radio tomorrow morning. If you're listening, this will probably already happen. But I'm getting passed around here like a sorority girl. It's crazy, but I'll take it. I'll take the publicity. I'll take the tire pumps I get at the start of every single show. It's insane. But yeah, I'm a radio guy.
What did they have to say to you today?
You know, they were just pretty much saying like it's crazy how much I've blown up, like social media. When they call this social media superstar, just my ego can't fit through the door now when they're calling me that. But yeah, no, I'm buzzing, man. It is crazy. It's crazy, man.
Have you almost slipped up and sworn yet?
No, I haven't even come close actually. Like the funniest thing I've ever said, I think, on it was today. I was saying Paul DeYoung's the most unserious baseball player on the planet, and I stand by that still. Actually,
yeah. They probably like that if they had.
Yeah, they loved it. I made a notebook reference today. I was really snapping it around on 1050, so it was a great one. And Gate 14.
You're legit doing. You're auditioning for Blair and Barker's jobs as you do this. So I just want you to know that I am proud of you for doing all these hits.
I will say this right now. I don't think I can join a network. I can't be censored. I got to talk about Brandon Belt's cock. I got to talk about just everything.
Reese McGuire's cock.
Yeah, everyone jerking off in parking lots. I can't do it. I'm not a network guy. Unfortunately, I'm a guest. Sure. I can't talk on radio 3-4 hours a day. No, 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 no. I
Yeah,
would
that is
slip
a
up.
great skill set to have. We
Yeah,
we get to an hour here and it's like, fuck, what else do we have sometimes?
exactly. And you just said fuck there. So that's what I'm saying. It's one thing canceled immediately off the show. But yeah, let's go into some baseball stuff here, boys. I mean, obviously some notes from around the league. Addison Barger is the greatest hitter I've on the planet right now. What do you do with him, Avery? I mean, like, do you call him up? Like, you kind of have to. I mean, he's making it impossible for you not to. I know he's still young and all that type of stuff, or still early in his career, but he's forcing the hand right now, right?
So we're about what 20 days away from rosters expanding.
Yeah.
So what happens if you bring him up right now? Because there's the talk is Espinal being sent down once Bo's back, right?
Which I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't say
yeah. So for me, it's like why do we bring Addy up now when he most likely probably going to go back down again soon? I say you let him build his confidence. Let it keep happening. I hate that we have to let it keep happening, but kind of when we didn't let him on the team at the start of camp, it's like, okay, you're going to be a minors guy this year, and that's fine. Like, just get really, really good this season, something to build on. So,
yeah, he's hitting right now 292 in the month of August, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 8 walks, only 4 strikeouts. Actually, I think that's a lot in 24 at bats. I don't know. I always gauge it around what I did, and what I did was a lot. But yeah, no, he's
I think he's obviously going to get the expanded roster call up, I believe, and just be in there from time to time. But
yeah, but I had this take actually, and maybe I don't know if you can kind of talk me out of this take. I would rather Ernie Clement right now in the major leagues than Addison Barger. Is that a hot take? I feel like Ernie Clement, who's a guy hitting like 350 in AAA, just absolutely raking, is a better option right now than Addison Barger.
What are you looking for though? Is kind of
a guy that could fucking hit. I mean, Jesus Christ. Ernie Clement, I'll read his stats now. I'm not saying that he's our guy, but these stats, he has the most. I didn't realize how good he was doing until Luplo made a joke about it on the golf course. Ernie Clement is hitting 346 in AAA this year and 500 in the major leagues. 4 for 8 in the major leagues and 346 in AAA.
Yeah.
He's a better option than Addison Barger. That's not even a hot take. He's a better option than Addison Barger.
For sure. I think the problem for him is Bichette, DeYoung, Ernie Clement are all right guys, right? Kind of who play the same position. And Espinal as well. All guys who play the middle infield all hit right-handed. So for me, that's just like why that doesn't really change anything when you have Bo Bichette in there because he's going to not be in enough to get great at-bats in the big leagues. So that's why I would go to Barger instead because he's a left-handed bat to change some things up.
Okay. Yeah, I listen.
Like, I mean, obviously he's doing great in the minors. Like, you would love that production to be at the big league level as well, but it's a little different because of the roster construction that you have to have.
Yep, exactly. I don't know. I love Ernie Clement, and he's probably pissed off down there, man. He's hitting 346 in AAA, and he's not really getting a shot in the show, man. I mean, that's just an absolute slap in the fucking face, dude. Chris Graphic goes hard, by the way.
0.2 WAR. That's got to be close to Vladdy's.
Yeah, exactly. Halfway there. Halfway at Vladdy, actually. Yeah, so let's go. What's another thing? The Chad Green situation.
Oh my God, I have thoughts.
Where are we at with this, Avery? Because this looks like something out of the movie The Benchwarmers. The fault is not on Tyler Heineman there, right? So for the people that don't know, Chad Green was pitching in a rehab appearance again on back-to-back days. So they're trying to obviously build him up for the major leagues. Guy goes to steal second. Chad Green doesn't duck. Tyler Heineman throws a ball and clocks Chad Green in the back of the head. One of the most absurd videos, just the most Toronto Blue Jays shit I've ever seen in my life. This couldn't be more on Chad Green. It couldn't be more on Chad Green, this clip, right?
Yes. You're right. Chad Green just stood in the middle of the mound, turned around, and Heineman threw an absolute seed at the back of his head. I thought it was a fantastic throw.
It was a great throw. It's probably right at the glove.
you see some other like college things or even high school where the pitcher like gets down on all fours to try and get away, and then the catcher hits them. That's really funny. But Chad Green was just standing up straight in the middle of the mound. So how I don't even know what to say to him there. It's like it's kind of your fault.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I hate to say I don't feel bad for him.
I feel bad because he's coming back, and that's just a shitty way for it to happen. But you gotta get out of the way if it's the ball's coming at you.
I couldn't believe the video. I just tweeted, "What the fuck?" I tweeted, I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Because I heard about it before I saw the video.
Yes,
and I thought it was one of those catcher yip situations where they hit him in the back of the head, and it was absolutely not that at all. That is like the worst case scenario because the runner was safe, got to third base, catcher made a good throw, pitcher hurt for 7 more days.
Funniest part about that video is the runner like pity running to third base, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, bro." Like he's just staring at Chad Green as Chad Green's like RKO'd walking around the mound, and this dude is just like running around, like jogging to third, like this is such a piece of shit move by me, but I have to do it. So it was funny, man. That was
it's does it give some other people in the bullpen some more time to salvage some roles? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think now this means that they have 30 more days for Chad Green. I don't something like along those lines. It's concussion protocol.
Does it start another rehab stint?
I don't know if it does, but he can't pitch for 7 days or something like that, or they're monitoring him for 7 days. Yeah. So he's not going to be here.
You know what he should do? There was a pitcher on the Mets back in the day who got hit in the head, and he wore a big hat.
That would rule.
He wore a hat that had Torres, I think his last name was. He's a left-handed reliever. He wore
like a helmet.
Pretty much, Johnny. It was huge. It's like the Brian Robinson big hat from the Commanders. He was wearing that. I need to find. I'm going to show you a picture.
That will never not be a funny visual. That like that. The over. Like the big hats will always be funny.
Look up Alex Torres big hat right now. And this is what Chad Green's gonna wear.
Big hat. Oh my god, dude. Oh
it is the biggest hat.
That is the biggest hat I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How do you pitch with that? That's like doing like CrossFit with a 25-pound weight on your body. That's insane.
It's Holy like what it's when newborns wear a helmet and they can't stand up because their heads are so heavy.
Exactly. That's what it looks like. Crazy. That's fucked. Yeah, I don't recommend. That's fucking crazy, man. That's insane. Yeah, he should do that. But anyways, hope he gets well. Hope he gets better. You just hate to see it. You really do. I mean, and you know what else? Here's a good segue here, Johnny Segues. You know what else you hate to fucking see? What the Toronto Blue Jays offense is back to doing again. They're back to their old ways. They're in a silly, goofy mood, like Doc says. In 3 games, they've scored 4 runs in 27 innings, and they're winning the series right now 2-1. It doesn't make any sense. So what me and Avery were talking about for the podcast is we're going to go through an exercise on how to fix the Toronto Blue Jays. I'll start because they are 5th in hitting in baseball, weighted runs created plus or OPS plus, one of those stats. They should automatically just say ghost runner. So no one's on base. There's no actual physical human being on base. It's just everyone knows it's like bases loaded. If someone hits a single, it's like, all right, that's 2 runs, first and third. They just should treat it as there's ghost runners, like they're playing in the backyard.
So like when George Springer gets up to start the game, Luis Rivera tells him second and third, 1 out.
Yes, he goes second, third. He points second, third, 1 out. Or they just wear the Chris Bassett camo jerseys, so they blend in with the field. That's my solution.
And I was thinking either you go BP jerseys in the game to try and maybe a relaxed feel, like when those Astros wear those shitty BP looking ones. So it's like, yeah, it's just batting practice. It's simple, man. Just hit the ball, make contact. That's what you do. Or I have a little more in-depth one.
Let's hear it.
So my pitching coach, my sophomore year of college, Mike Pelfrey, played in the big leagues for probably 12 years. He's like a 5th overall pick. We're playing a big ranked opponent one weekend. We're kind of struggling. I think we were pitching like shit, and he was the pitching coach. And he rolls up, and he's wearing a pink thong to the park. And He just like pulls down his pants, college team. He's wearing a pink thong. And he said when he was in the big leagues with the White Sox, that's what he'd do. He called James Shields and he talked to us about it. I think just pink thong night.
Everyone wears thongs. Go to La Senza Girl or whatever garage. What's those? I don't know where you buy thongs, obviously, but I'm assuming the Jays should go there and go baby blue thong. Everyone wear one. That's it. You wear a thong, and you figured out another solution is what Bryson does. He puts a dollar bill in his back pocket to buy a hit. On an off day, there's so many you could do, but I'm looking forward to seeing what my Toronto Blue Jays do to figure this out because
they need to do something, man.
They really do.
And they have
the simple solution, you just fire Guillermo Martinez.
It seems to be it's not simple to them at all, because if it was simple, they would do it. I have a little stat about the offense that I found and retweeted the other day.
Oh no!
From
is this an insult stat?
Yep.
Okay.
Trillo, is that his name? Mike Petrillo, the guy Doc had with. So he goes, I still believe the Jays are going to make a run, but man, their runners in scoring position issues are just wild. So with the bases empty, they have an OPS of 762, which is fifth. And with runners in scoring position, they have an OPS of 685, which is 28th. So it's really hard to make a playoffs with runners in scoring position OPS that low. It would be one of the 10 lowest ever to make the playoffs with the runners in scoring position OPS that low. The only team we would see on this list, so the only teams in the 2000s is the 2013 Pittsburgh Pirates, the 2016 New York Mets, and the 2015 St. Louis Cardinals, with some
good teams, some great teams
staffs there.
Some great ball clubs.
But that is not a list you want to be in. And when we started this season, that is not a list where I thought we'd ever be involved in. How many times can we just say it's variance, right? Until it becomes a trend.
This is who they are, bro.
Yeah.
This is who they are.
And yeah, let's just start bunting, man. Fuck it.
The Brandon Belt approach.
100%. Dalton Varsho should drag bunt every at bat.
He really should. I mean, that was insane.
Or he should choose to hit more home runs, whatever he wants.
Whatever, yeah. Whatever comes first.
I'm really impartial.
I am impartial. Whatever comes first, though. Whatever he wants to do. But I just can't get it, Abe. Like I don't understand it. It doesn't. Especially with where this offense is, and we saw tonight, bases loaded, 0 out, pop out, double play. It was the most obvious shit ever. Pop out, double play.
And Vladdy also had one runner on first, middle pitch, double play.
That's my generational hitter, though. But yeah,
I can't say like those guys are bad hitters. It's just it happens at the worst fucking times.
The lights get too bright.
You think so?
That's what the streets are saying. Or as YJ says, they're saving them for the playoffs, and that's another good approach. Save them for the playoffs. You don't want to get tired out.
Yeah, I've got some issues saving it for the playoffs with how good the Mariners are playing. They scare me again, man.
Why?
Because I think they're going to keep going on this run.
But that lineup is so ass, bro.
I know, but how are they this close in the standings?
I don't get it either, but they'll digress. Is that no, it's not a saying. Regress is the saying.
No, digress is a thing. Don't worry.
Yeah, but I think I digress. I don't know, whatever. I'm not good with words.
That is a saying as well, but they will regress is what
they will regress. They will regress. Mark my words, they will regress. But I guess we can go to the games now, obviously, and then
do you want to bring up Joey Bats?
Oh yes. Let's talk about that. So Joey Bats will be getting retired on his number retired, his name on the level of excellence on Saturday. Avery, actually, did you end up doing this where you have some stats about Joey Bats that you want to bring up?
I just kind of want to look through his career and just how good Jose Bautista was here for people who maybe might not remember what he did here. To me, he was one of the players that got me huge into Blue Jays baseball, right?
Yes.
I mean, he started his career. The teams he played for are nuts here. The start of the career, he goes Baltimore Orioles, Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Kansas City Royals, Pittsburgh Pirates for a couple of years, and then he is a Toronto Blue Jay. Okay, so in his career, Jose Bautista ended 6 All-Stars, 3 Silver Sluggers. I believe all of those.
And those, by the way, just for listeners, Those are 6 All-Star games in a row.
Yeah.
6 in a row.
Yeah. And that started
Insane.
with him in 2010. 54 home runs, 124 driven in.
God.
So
These numbers are insane. By the way,
those 6 years, that he was an All-Star, Jose Bautista had an OPS plus of 156, an on-base percentage of 390, a batting average of 268. He hit 227 home runs and drove in 582 in those
those 6 years. And this is the craziest thing that I'm seeing here right now, looking at his.
And I think he was hurt for one of those years too. Or two of those years, he played 92 games, 118 games. Other than that, he was around 150.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the stats here, and you can't tell the story of Jose Bautista without talking about that 2011 season. 44 home runs, 132 RBIs, 302 average, 1056 on OPS. 1056 OPS, Avery. All-Star, third in MVP voting, Silver Slugger. And in my opinion, this is the guy that made watching Toronto Blue Jays baseball fun again. Because these teams from these years were kind of ass. Jose Bautista gets here. That 1 year, his first year, obviously wasn't great. Second year, he wasn't that great. The third year, he just hits every single middle in fastball or outside fastball out. It is the most insane shit I've ever seen, the most insane run, and little Johnny couldn't get enough of it. This dude was the greatest hitter I've ever seen in my eyes. He really, like you said, really escalated my love for the Toronto Blue Jays watching Jose Bautista hit, because that team was fucking terrible in 2010. 85-77, fourth in the AL East, nothing to brag about, obviously. And this dude's hitting 54 nukes with Cito Gaston at the helm. What a season.
I think
what a season.
I think things kind of changed for him when he went from a third baseman to an outfielder as well.
Yeah.
You forget that. So Joey Bats, one of the all-time Blue Jays. I think when some of the older guys, older than us, talk like Dave Stieb, those types of players, that's how they fell in love with. So I know we never got to see some of those older guys play as well, but Jose Bautista will be that for me. Roy Halladay, Jose Bautista, and then the little insanity MVP Josh Donaldson is like, you guys, they really helped put Toronto baseball on the map. Obviously it was on the map when they won those World Series. Kind of out of promise for a little bit. Bad teams throughout some of the 2000s. The Black Jays weren't very great. The black uniforms I'm referring to, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jose Bautista, man, he really fucking deserves that. I think he should have a statue at some point. The bat flip should be commemorated as a statue.
There should be a bat flips statue. If there's a Ted fucking Rogers statue, I'm not a Ted Rogers guy. If there's a Ted Rogers statue, there should be a Joey Bats statue. And here's another stat. In 2011, Joey Bats was intentionally walked 24 times, Avery. 24 times, dude. Maybe that just shows how terrible that team was. Oh my God, that team was 81-81. And then it was just Joey Bats. This team was 81-81, and you had Joey Bats, 43 nukes, 132. Or sorry, I read the RBIs wrong. 103 RBIs, 1056 OPS, 182 OPS plus he had in that season.
He was so good. If you just look weighted runs created plus wise, he had a season, the 2011 season, a weighted runs created plus of 180 and a wins above replacement of 8.1.
That's insane, man. I really do wish I have like a better memory of it. I just remember watching as a kid and just thinking this guy's the greatest hitter ever.
I know I was in middle school when he was going for the chase for 50 home runs.
Yeah.
And it's kind of when I really, really was into it. Got to follow everything, and I remembered everything. I remember me and one of like my science teachers just all we would talk about, because he'd play the games on the radio during the day all the time in class.
It's and he's a guy who Alex Anthopoulos ended up really building like the fun Blue Jays teams 2015, 2016 around, man. I mean, in 2015, again, he was an all-star when that team, the first playoffs they've made in my lifetime, obviously. He was the backbone of that team, led the team in RBIs, led the team in led the team in walks, I guess. 40 home runs, 114 RBIs.
Yeah.
In that 2015 season, man. All-star, 8th in MVP voting.
In 2016, right? He had the 2 nukes against the Royals.
Yeah. That was the year after that. But yeah, dude, And this brings up the question. Obviously, congratulations to Joey Bats, man. Hopefully he pays off that $10,000 bar tab at the club that he never paid, but hope he figures that out. But this brings up the question. I saw this on Twitter. Who's the next man up? Like who's the next guy that goes on that level of excellence, Ring of Honor?
I think
Wilner?
yeah, if Wilner's not there, that's disgusting. But I think Eddie's probably the next choice, right?
Encarnacion?
Yeah.
You think so? I don't know if he had that long of a career.
Yeah,
Long enough.
He did.
You think he had a long enough tenure to be the next man up on that Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
level of excellence, I guess you could say.
Iconic moments as well. The wild card walk off.
Okay.
I think Eddie's been there long enough. Go look through his
Let's
numbers.
see his stats. So with the Blue Jays, he hit 268, 239 home runs. Wow. 679 RBIs, 3-time All-Star, MVP voting, 5 times in MVP voting, top 20. Yeah. Wow. I guess you could say Edwin Encarnacion. In the 2016 year when the Jays were an absolute wagon, 42 nukes, 127 RBIs in the middle of the lineup with Joey Bats. God damn it, dude. Wow.
I would love to see someone hit 40 home runs again.
Oh,
feels like we're never gonna see.
We're never gonna see that again. This is the Bloop Jays now. This is the Bloop Jays era. But congratulations to Joey Bats, man.
Everyone who's going to the game Saturday, I believe, enjoy it.
Yeah,
obviously you're gonna cheer.
It's not much. I've never seen that in person. I've never seen a level of excellence besides the Roberto Alomar one I was in attendance for. I've never seen that. So enjoy it because it doesn't happen. The Jays have a very, very like a handful of people. They retire the numbers and they retire the name and they put on level of excellence stuff. So enjoy it because we might not see this for a while. Like Edwin Encarnacion obviously could be that guy, but yeah, maybe Josh Donaldson, Avery? You think? Like,
no, I don't think he was here for long enough.
Yeah. So we're not going to see this for a while. Vladdy's not going up there. I promise you that. Maybe Bo Bichette in like 20 years. We'll see. But yeah, enjoy it, man. I know those tickets are going to be crazy. I know the stadium's going to be crazy, and Marcus Stroman won't be there, hopefully. So, it'll be great. Let's go into the games, man. Let's go into the games here. That's what the whole point of this is. We got to talk about the games. I'm so happy for Ryu. That's what I'm saying. 4 no-hit innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, was painting corners, going inside, outside on guys. The haters are in shambles. He looked unfucking-leavable, dude. He looked so good, Ave.
Yeah, you get to kind of go up against a feeble lineup, and he diced them up as you should. And I felt like he could have gone 9 innings that game too before he gets smoked in the leg. So for a guy who comes back from rehab, thank God he wasn't hurt seriously, because that would have been a disaster. Yeah, I thought he had some great shit. He was painting corners nonstop. Yeah. Changeup looked great. Was getting some ugly swings as well. I'm not going to look baseball savant for what he did, because I think he still can give up some hard contact, but it was efficient. He was going after hitters again. That was the Ryu we kind of remembered, man.
And going back to it again, it's like he never had overpowering stuff. Like, this is what he does. This is what we signed. Like, and I to be honest with you, I'm like, not to sound whatever, but I wasn't really surprised by it against a lineup like that. He's a veteran pitcher that knows how to pick apart a lineup, and his veteran presence showed that game, man. He looked awesome, Abe. It sucks, man. I hope he's okay. I hope he can make his next start on Sunday. I think he will. I think they said it's just a contusion. It's just a bruise, so he'll be fine. Just obviously going to hurt a little bit, but I think he figures it out, and he's a great piece to this team. Like, this team has a great starting rotation, as you can hear with the name. 4 Aces is the name of this podcast. So, I think he made the haters look dumb. That's the entire moral of the story. And he 4 innings, only threw 52 pitches in 4 innings. He could have easily won 7-8 that game, easily.
Yeah, and he had decent called strike and whiff rate around 30%. Always pretty good. I was happy to see him, and then it turned into the Bubble Biggio show.
Oh my God. I'll say it. And luckily I got ahead of this before the last podcast. I am willing right now to eat all the words I said about Bubble Biggio. He has really, really figured it out at the plate. Never mind, he's hitting 158 in his last 7.
But if you look at like OPS, weighted runs created plus, it's actually pretty good.
250 in his last 15. But anyways, I'm not going to let that negativity get the best of me. That was the most bubble Biggio legacy game I've ever seen that I will tell my grandkids about.
But we also had another one against the Twins, remember?
Yes, yeah, but he wasn't like this on defense. He's not making unassisted double plays at second base. Like that ball he hit out on De Los Santos or whatever his name is. He shot on that. Calvin Biggio home runs rule, Avery. They fucking rule.
It sounded like a plane hitting a building. That was the loudest noise I'd heard from him in forever, man. I couldn't believe center. That was like legit juice. He hit that ball so fucking hard. It was incredible, man. What a swing. And then you go the defensive play heard around the world. Bo Naylor caught between first and second. I think he did the right thing too.
He went back and tried to like give the runner time to get back to first.
Yeah,
right?
Because then they score a run. There's a runner first and third, one out.
Yeah.
Stephen Kwan's running, who's a good runner as well. And Biggio runs him back, tags first base out of the
screams,
jam.
"Let's fucking go!"
That would have been the most emotional I'd ever seen him. Maybe emotional is the wrong word, but like fired up. That made me really happy for him in that moment as well. Making a big time play. Big time players make big time plays.
Yes.
In big time games.
Yes.
Kevin Biggio was that.
And that was just every single part of that game was awesome, man. I mean, besides the heart attack they gave me at the end, obviously, but it wouldn't be a Blue Jays game without it. That's our little Bluebirds that we know and love. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bullpen pitchers they used that game. 6.
Well, that's what happens when Ryu comes out. But then they shoved all the bullpen pitchers pretty much.
They gave up 1 run in 6 innings.
Yeah. I mean, it got ugly at sometimes, but the final box score says 3-1, and that's a W.
Yeah, and Jay Jackson continues 0.47 ERA. The last run he gave up was against Aaron Judge in May.
And Aaron Judge cheated.
Yes, the cheat game. Henny Cabrera, 1 inning, clean slate. That's what he does. What a fleece. We talk about this. I still can't believe that fucking trade, bro. The Cardinals GM looks so stupid. And congratulations to Swanee on getting the win. Swanee goes 1 inning, 2 punch outs.
Swanee, good series, man.
Swanee, great series. Great series. He's not going to go tomorrow, I hope, for fuck's sakes. Garcia tried to blow it. Hand up, he did. But you know who comes in and saves the day? The most reliable motherfucker in this bullpen, Tim Meza, who just continues to just get outs, goes 0.2 after Garcia gives up a run, gets the double play ball with Biggio. And then the 9th inning, Jordan Hicks tries to make me want to die. First and second, I believe there was 1 out at the time when he came in. Jordan Hicks, hit by pitch, single walk. So there was bases loaded, Dave. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And the feeble offense the Guardians couldn't muster up a run, or I would have been in very, very serious depression. But just this staff, this pitching rotation, it's what a treat it is to watch these guys play, man. Pitch every single day. We take it for granted because the offense.
Because we're so mad at the offense.
Yeah, we take it for granted because we're mad at the offense, but this pitching staff is as advertised, and Ross Atkins built a goddamn.
It might be better than advertised, Johnny.
Yeah, true. It actually might be, to be honest. You know, when you got like the 5th guy out of the bullpen being Jay Jackson with a sub-1 ERA, that's a good bullpen. So, credit to Ross Atkins. He built the powerhouse back there, man. And then they are the only reason this team is 14 games above 500. They are the only reason this team is 14 games above. It actually might be more games above 500 now, right, Dave?
That's a good question, man. You usually know that stuff.
14 games above 500. They're the only reason why. That's all we can really say. But another thing that I touch on in this game is where do we stand with Paul DeJong, dude? 2 for his last 29, 11 strikeouts in those at-bats. The team's not scoring runs anyways, so you might as well have a good defender in there. Is where I'm at. He can't hit worse than he is right now, and he's played good defense. I can't get mad. It sucks when he comes up to hit, but I can't get mad because he's going to play good defense when we have to give up 0 runs because the guys that should be our good hitters also aren't hitting. So I feel like singling him out
Albeit
But
he's
you
been
have to. He was an acquisition that's been dog shit.
Yeah, he has been very bad at play. He's barely gotten any hits. But there's another reason he's here, and I'll keep saying that again.
But yeah, no, and we got to also tell ourselves this is a short-term thing. Like when Bo Bichette gets back, Paul DeYoung's not going to be in this lineup. Obviously.
No, he's not.
Davis Schneider will be playing second, or Whit Merrifield will be playing second. It's not going to be Paul DeYoung. Paul DeYoung's going to be stapled to the bench.
Yes.
Maybe a late game defensive replacement at second because he's so good defensively, maybe for Whit or someone like that. But yeah, he will not be in this lineup when Bo Bichette's back.
As long as he plays,
stay above water.
Exactly. He's done a good job. If we saw like Cavan playing shortstop, maybe making a couple errors, you'd also be very angry about what's going on. So
yeah,
I know it sucks, but I'm feeling okay with it.
And then let's go on to the next game, the Tuesday game, the most frustrating game by the Toronto Blue Jays, and
that was a legit snooze fest
in a long time. And I got to pat myself on the back here. Have I ever been more right with a take on Yusei than I've ever been with Yusei Kikuchi? I have been pumping, and honestly, we have been pumping this dude's tires since November of last year. We're saying he's going to figure it out. We were live streaming his spring training appearances. Everyone, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Shut the fuck up. That's why we're doing it. He is insane, Avery. He has the third lowest ERA since July 16th in all of baseball. All of baseball. Is it a crazy list? Steven Matt's up top? Sure. It's a crazy list. But Yusei Kikuchi's there, and he gives you 7 innings of 1 earned run and gets the loss. That was the most frustrating loss of this season, not of the season, in a long time.
That was a Kevin Gausman-esque loss.
Yes. Do you think Kevin Gausman gave him tips on how to deal with it?
Yeah. Just look at this box score. The Blue Jays, no runs, 9 hits. And the Guardians, 1 run, 3 hits.
Ugh, fuck.
That makes you not want to watch baseball anymore. Snooze fest of a game.
Terrible.
They scored early. Have a chance multiple innings again. Have a chance in the 9th as well. And then Kirk fly out to end the game.
You knew that's how that game was going to end, right?
100%. Yeah, it sucked. But the pitching staff has been so good.
Insane.
It's every time. Can't believe we can't hit sometimes. So I don't really have much to say other than that. Yusei Kikuchi's that fucking dude. Maybe it started out as a joke because we wanted him to be better. That shit's serious now. He's making the case to be the game 3 starter in the playoffs. 100%.
I know we talked about him being the guy out of the bullpen, but how do you tell a guy like that that's having a second half, hey man, you're not in the playoff rotation? How do you do it? You can't.
I don't want to be the one to tell him that.
You can't. He's making a case, and he is the most consistent pitcher on this team, not named Kevin Gausman right now. Actually, Barrios, too. This team is so fucking good pitching-wise. It's insane. Like Chris Bassett, you can make the arguments the 4 guy right now.
Yep.
It's wild.
I love watching good pitching, man, and we see it so often with this team.
Really. I can't believe they that game. I mean,
I would like to forget about that game.
Yeah.
That's ball.
Positive Johnny. Whit Merrifield 3 for 4 again. The guy he just doesn't stop. He doesn't stop ever. And by the way, and I guess we can go in tonight's game now because I don't even really care about talking about that game because it was whatever. They didn't score, so there's it's Blue Jays in 5. That game. Let's go into tonight. That catch, 1-0 baseball game. Also, shout out to George Springer for homering in the first inning. The
Sick
only
at
run
bat.
of the game.
One of the best at-bats of the season, actually.
Great at-bat. I think it was like a 13-pitch at-bat, right, Dave?
I believe so.
Yeah, 13-pitch at-bat. He launches. It looks like the old George Springer tonight. I'll tell you that for free. He's been dialed, man. He's been dialed the fuck in. 3 for 4 tonight. Home run. Game-winning home run. But in my opinion, the reason why the Jays won that game is the Whit Merrifield catch off of Jose Ramirez. Runner on second. 1 out. And Jose Ramirez lines a ball to left. And here's Johnny Analytics for you, Johnny Stat Guy. That catch had a 970 expected batting average. 970 expected batting average. Whit Merrifield, I don't know how the fuck he caught this. I was watching it. You can see the clip I posted on Twitter. No idea how he caught this. Catches it. Bang. no run score. Kevin Gossman lights out the rest of the day. Kevin Gossman it is such a pleasure watching this dude pitch. Like we're talking about the entire pitching staff, but the way Kevin Gossman nickel and dimes teams goes fastball up, fastball down, splitter down, whatever, goes in, out, up, down. It's incredible to watch. It's a fleecing of a contract for this guy. It really is.
Yeah, I know this is kind of a suck fest of the pitching staff, but they deserve it, man. Holy shit. Kevin Gossman kind of worked his way out of a lot of trouble tonight, too. Pitch count up early. Felt like he could have gone the 8th as well.
Yeah, only at 90.
Exactly. So Kevin Gossman just finds a way, and he is. I hate that they're not talking about it enough. He should be very well in this AL Cy Young race.
Well, Valdez is gone now from that. He's had too many blow-up starts, right?
But it's like Garrett Cole now.
Well, it's Garrett Cole. It's a 2-horse race. Garrett Cole and Kevin Gossman. Like that, in my opinion. Maybe Verlander. I think. I don't know. Verlander can't qualify for it. Sorry. But yeah, no. I think Kevin Gossman, who has a 4F WAR, Johnny Stats, and Garrett Cole the 3.3F WAR. I think Kevin Gossman's right up there, and no one's really talking about it. Like the baseball world's not talking about it, Dave.
I mean, he hasn't made a top 10 pitchers in the league list since ever.
Yeah.
MLB.com is dumb for that anyways. They're just engagement farming, but still, I love watching Kevin Gossman pitch, man. It's a fucking treat. And watching Alejandro Kirk catch him is also a treat.
I know there's a stat out there. I'm just not smart enough to figure it out. I would love to see how many strikes he gets himself. It has to be insane, dude.
You're definitely. I don't even know how to check that. I know there's framing.
We'll say he's top in the league. We'll say he's first in the league.
He's the best ever. I think Patrick Bailey's better than him, but Kirk is very good framing. I know he's in the 94th percentile in framing. There's baseball savant metric, and I don't know what that includes, but that includes stealing strikes, and he's very good at that.
Yeah. It's just what I mean. That was just the most frustrating game ever. Bases loaded, no out, no runs. Like they were supposed to lose that game. Let's be clear, right?
No, they were supposed to win that game by 6 or 7, I think.
No, I know, but that would have been a loss. Like that should have been a loss.
If they get walked off, Temeza walks the guy, or no, he gets in on the Chappie down the line at third. Oh, fuck. Thank God they won that game because it felt like we were going to get walked off somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, not much to talk about in this series. They literally scored 4 runs in 3 games. So,
and they're winning the series too.
And they're winning the series. Let's predict tomorrow's game. Let's come in hot here. We'll start it off by predicting Alek Manoah's stat line. I say he goes this, like I said, this offense is cat shit for the Guardians. I wouldn't say the Jays are much better. I would say he goes 6 innings, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and he gets the win. I say the Jays win the series tomorrow. Noah Syndergaard is the worst pitcher I've ever seen. If this offense isn't hit off of him, I'm going to be sick. I say the Jays win tomorrow 8-2.
Interesting. That's a lot of runs. I think the Jays win 4-1.
Okay. Again, Manoah masterclass?
No, 5-2. 5-2 okay. Final. He gives up 2, kind of early, settles down, figures it out, strikes out 4, walks 4. It's not his best start, but he gets the job done.
Who hits a home run tomorrow?
No one.
Vladdy has to. Vladdy's due, dude. When was the last time Vladdy hit home? Oh, last week, I guess, technically at Boston on Friday. Okay, Vladdy hits a home run tomorrow. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say figures it out. Launches tomorrow.
Also, Noah Syndergaard is one of the worst pitchers in baseball, time to the plate. So if you want to bet stolen base props tomorrow, that's the day to do it.
If you're listening to this in time, yeah. If you're not, Avery just won you free money and you missed out on it. So nice fuck up. But yeah, Alek Manoah. Let's go Alek Manoah. Let's go into some listener questions. Before we go into that, there's some questions here I tweeted. If you have any questions for me personally, I'll answer them and give you guys some advice on the podcast. So I'll only read a couple. There's like a lot here. I didn't think it'd be this much, but Johnny buzzing. C. Josh said, "Help me out here, John. Went to Costco." By the way, it's Johnny. Went to Costco with my girlfriend 2 nights ago. Put back 2 dogs and a poutine. Unfortunately, had to go back again tonight. I suggested we get a couple slices. She said we just had Costco for dinner yesterday. I said it's a completely different item. Is Costco round two okay? You're a grown man. I'm not wifed up. I don't know how they control the shots or anything along those lines, but yeah, I feel like round two is okay, right?
It's a different meal, man. It's like going back to Olive Garden second night. First day you did pasta, next day changing it
And
up.
I will say this. I'm gonna start answering now when people ask me my favorite fast food places. I'm just say Costco. The Costco, I don't know if this was just young me going there and my mom would go there. The poutine there fucks a lot. The hot dogs there fuck a lot. Like that menu is chef's kiss. It's the greatest thing on the planet. I might go there tomorrow. Actually, I maybe
and the
talk myself
CEO saying he won't change the price of stuff. We weren't a Costco family growing up, so I only ever got into Costco when I was in college. And they make you feel like a piece of shit trying to pay debit in that place. Like, fuck you guys, man.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't supposed to be in there probably, but no, what a menu. I think that's fine. Back-to-back days, different meal.
Yep. Yeah, that's that. Okay, the next question is, and obviously, yeah, don't dump her, but you gotta have like sit her down a little bit, talk to her. My teammate's going to play his first year from a cook in the fall. What's your best advice? Get the cardio up. And this is for like every single college athlete. Like the running in the fall is so fucked. I don't know if it still is, but our coach used to like verbally assault us while we were running. Sorry, Jo, if I'm outing you here.
Every college baseball coach sucks pretty much.
Yeah, they're terrible people. I'm not saying Jo is, I'm just saying a lot of them are. The best advice would be do everything right. Don't fuck around. Obviously, get after it. Have fun. Enjoy your weekends because not a lot happening on the weekends, except like exhibition games, stuff like that. But just enjoy your time there, man. I mean, you're literally living in a frat house with all your buddies, like all athletes. There's all athletes that go there. There's not really many normal, like just like actual students there. Just enjoy it, man. I would kill for just one more Friday, Saturday bender with Keanu, Chase, Dave, all those boys, man. I mean, it was so much fun. So just enjoy it.
You got to find a way not to let yourself hate baseball.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the only way, because in the
very
fall,
easy to do.
In the fall, especially, you're doing baseball activities 5-6 hours a day. Like, it's not easy. Like, you really have to get your mind off of this stuff. And the only way of doing that is having fun with the boys, man, having fun with your teammates and enjoying yourself there. Because like I said, it's only 2 years. It flies by. And make sure you do as much as you possibly can with your buddies there. Even if it's like just having beers at in a random fucking, I don't know, like the country or anything like that, man. Just enjoy it.
Everything else.
Do you wipe your ass standing up or sitting down? I feel like sitting down means you're doing it to the balls, right?
No, you can do the other. I'm a stand up, wipe my ass guy.
Yeah, I'm a stand up guy. Obviously.
Are you a crumpler or a folder?
Folder.
Yeah, folder too.
Folder. That's the only way to go. There's a lot of questions here. Like I said, I appreciate everyone actually answering this. From Dave, our guy, new Gate 14 guy. Do you greet everyone who goes through Gate 14? Because I'm looking forward to meeting some celebrities. No, we don't. But if the Jays want to drop the bag and to just pay for us to sit there, I will do that. Every single game, I will sit there and just chill. But let's go to the next one here. Would you recommend people getting tattoos? And also, how many do you have? I probably have like 20 something tattoos. I do recommend getting tattoos. One, hand up, the females do like tattoos. I will say that's not a hot take. And two, they substantially make you look stronger than you actually are. When I see someone with tattoos, I'm like, that guy's jacked. I don't know if they even are jacked, but I don't know. I do recommend getting tattoos. Maybe get the first couple, make it something that obviously means a lot to you, has sentimental behind it, so you don't regret it in the future. Because the first one I have is the Toronto skyline on my chest that I kind of regret, and I get chirped for all the time. But I do enjoy the tattoo. Obviously, where my family's from. So yeah, that and then let's go into the last question here. Where is it? Where's that one? Tips to starting a podcast. Just get into something you love, man. Get into something that you're passionate about, and that's the only advice I can really give, dude.
Just do it. You'll never start a podcast if you don't fucking record it.
Exactly. Just do it and don't worry about what people say about you. That's like the biggest thing I could probably recommend is just having a fucking mentality and just doing it just because you want to, and do it because you love it. That's all.
Yeah.
And yes, I am in.
It's never about clicks at the start. Like, find doing something you love. It makes it easy. Like, we spend a lot of time doing this, and it never feels like a bad thing to do. So
exactly
doing that makes it a good time.
Yeah. Okay. And what's the listener questions here, Abe?
We got a lot of them again. This is going to carry the episode. So, people want to know if we ended up getting Taylor Swift tickets. Johnny did.
No, I'm on the wait list.
Okay.
Fucking incredible. 31 million people applied for tickets. This population of this country is 40 fucking million. Should go.
Well, I think everyone like Northern America as well.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It should be only Canadians.
Yeah, they should take them out like playoff tickets for the Leafs. The best Johnny persona: Johnny Toronto, Johnny Baseball, Johnny Sources, Johnny Stats. Mine is Yankee Johnny.
Yankee Johnny is just I think that's an underrated one that not many people will say is the favorite.
Was it actually Yankee Johnny? What did you call yourself?
I think it was Yankee Johnny.
Okay. That's my I love when you talk my Yanks. I think that's one of your funnier ones. And when you go in the spaces.
So where do we go from here at Rep BX? No, I would probably say my favorite one is just based off of because I'm in the clicks business, is Johnny Sources. Johnny Sources is he only comes out every once in a while, once in a blue moon. He's only come out twice, and it has been electric both times. Just the greatest clicks business ever. So shout out Johnny Sources. That's probably my favorite, or Johnny Toronto, because I love hanging out with the Spadana boys. But Johnny Sources is my favorite. I love Johnny Sources. Need him to come back soon. If you're the guy, if you are my guy, inside guy listening, you know he needs to come back.
Yeah, I'm confused about this numbers question. You're saying we'll skip it. Ask it again next week. That's on me. We had a lot of them. Anto goes, could one of you land a plane with the guidance of air traffic control? The planes fly themselves. Of course you could.
You cannot land a fucking plane, Avery. You know how many buttons are on that
guidance thing? He said obviously there's guidance.
But what are they guiding? What do you mean?
Telling me what to do. Tell me what
I do not think you could land a plane, bro.
Yeah, I mean, probably not if we're being honest, but I like to think I could get behind a plane with help.
That's such a guy's guy, blue-collar take. There's no fucking chance.
I could land it on the Hudson River like that.
Yeah, I could fix that. That's what that take is.
Yeah, I would never say that. I wouldn't openly admit to that, but I think with some help, I could land it on water and no one would die.
All right, sure. I don't think I can, but yeah.
Evaluation of the trades we made, 1 to 10 so far.
Genesis Cabrera, 10. Jordan Hicks, 7.5. Hasn't had any really big blow-ups and big spots, so 7.5. Paul DeYoung, -1.
-1, F4, yeah.
Yeah.
Another Kikuchi corner soon. We're going to figure that out once we know when he's back here. If you got to choose, what would you rather watch this year? Jay's sweet wild card, but then lose a close one in the ALDS, or a Kikuchi perfect game? Kikuchi perfect game would feed fucking families.
We're in the clicks business. The Kikuchi perfect game would be the biggest stream that we have ever done. It would be 1,000 concurrent viewers at a time. I don't know if that's the right word. It would be scenes if there's a Kikuchi perfect game. But I also love playoff baseball, and the streams of them winning playoff games would also go crazy. And that means more podcasts for us. So I'm going to go win the wild card series, losing the division.
I agree with that. That would be the most clicks, but Kikuchi perfect game would be awesome.
But it would be a one-time thing, right? Like the Kikuchi thing would be a one-time thing. The playoffs, that's 2 or 3 playoff games that they win.
Yeah, and then into maybe 5 games. So that's a lot of clicks.
Yeah.
The Jays were to make the playoffs. Will you be attending a game? That's what we need to have a conversation about, because it might be better for us to stay here.
It sucks to say. And we are, like I said, in the clicks business. It probably makes more sense to do a live stream. Just based off of it. It's a terrible sacrifice that we're going to have to make, but I think it'd have to be a stream. Maybe try to go to one game maybe like
Yeah,
one
but
game
then
a series.
if it's the wild card, which they won't win the division, probably it's 3 games back to back, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I believe, which is nuts.
Yeah, but also that won't be at home, right?
No,
So,
exactly.
it'd probably make more sense for us to stream that from here
Okay.
because all of our listeners will be watching on TV. So, yeah, they'll be watching with us.
If the Jays go to the playoffs, can we get a live pod outside the Rogers Center?
If we can figure out how to do that audio wise, for sure. We're gonna try to do an episode after every playoff game if they make it. Obviously, just like a 30-minute recap of just shooting the shit after every game because obviously the people asked for it, so we will do it. And I'd love to do it, obviously, because it's last year was weird because we just did the start of the playoff prediction and then the pod. It's over. Nothing really in between. Couldn't talk about the games. Nothing. So, yeah, we would definitely have to do a podcast after every single game.
All right, a lot of questions here. We're gonna move on to wrapping this thing up. If I didn't answer your question, ask it again next week.
Pick one more. Pick one more.
They're like long, they're big winded questions that we need to talk about a lot. But there is one. What happens first? Johnny gets a hit off Swanee or Abe strikes out Jano. Johnny gets a hit.
No, you strike out Jano. I think because Jano doesn't see slow pitching.
True.
It probably it's like when a position player strikes out against.
And I think I would go even slower. Like I could probably get to like 73 with my shoulder, like on one pitch.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
But then I would go position player pitching 38, try and throw it as slow as possible. Exactly. I disagree with that. I think you could get a hit off him, but that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great question. So let's go into the pitching matchups here for this weekend, man. Big series. A team that's coming in hot. The Cubs, the Buyers.
I hate that we play hot teams all the time.
The Buyers. So let's go into the pitching matchups. DJ Khaled's son Assad against Jose Barrios on Friday. Saturday, this is the scary one. Justin Steele against Bassett. Justin Steele has a 2.68.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's been not great recently.
And he's 13-3. I know we don't look at pitchers' records. And then Sunday will be Ryu against the Cubs. Haven't announced yet, but we'll leave that in the open. Barrios versus Assad. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I apologize.
Yeah, you are.
Javier Assad. That's a mismatch. Barrios has looked awesome. I think I'm going to say the Jays take 2 or 3. I think they win. Besides Justin Steele, the pitching staff is dog shit. Kyle Hendricks sucks. I'm going to say Jays take 2 or 3 this weekend.
All right.
I say they win Friday, win Sunday, Saturday. They lose a close one because Justin Steele, he's going to make this lineup his bitch. He's going to make this lineup his bitch, dude.
I'll go. The Jays win 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah, no, it should be a fun weekend, man. Do I think the Cubs are frauds? A little bit. I don't think they're that good of a baseball team. I really don't. But it should be a fun one. It should be a fun one at the Rogers Center. Obviously, enjoy it, man. Joey Bats. We talked about it. We broke it down. It's going to be awesome to see him back there. And I'm assuming a lot of members from that 2015, 2016 team are going to be there. I'm assuming Edwin, obviously, is going to be there. All the guys. So it's going to be cool to see just the visuals on Sportsnet of all the guys, all the band being back together and stuff like that. And enjoy the weekend, man. It's going to be, like I said, we're winding down here. We're getting really, really close to crunch time. So buy your tickets to Gate 14 Bar Night at Taco Taco. Have a great fucking weekend. Great weather this weekend. Enjoy the moment. Level of excellence, jersey retirement. I can't fucking wait for it. And we'll chat with you guys on Monday. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Gate 14 forever. Love you guys.